Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
DiMarco. An instinctive delivery. It's their second corner of the game. Soboslai plays it short. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And he's there to clear it. Change of plan here, perhaps. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is developing a massive reputation. The raw power, the speed, the ability to find the net in all sorts of ways. Sometimes you just wonder how you're going to stop him. And I think as a defender, you'd be hard-pressed for answers.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Bruno Fernandes chips it through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. There's the shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's been given away. Looking for the run, and he's picked out the run. And he welcomes it in. He's had a shot! No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Now it's Isak. First quarter of an hour gone. Haaland. Zubimendi. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's made its way to him. And he shoots! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? And again! And it's a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Vietnam are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Deep cross. Well, they've got it again. That's very neat. Now it's Kubo. Shot could be on. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And that has been clubbed away. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Szoboszlai.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Wan-Bissaka.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Wan-Bissaka.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Kubo. And it's Mendes. And it's Rice. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, well played, well played. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Tonali. And here's Isak. Quality ball. That pass has been well intercepted. Subimendi. For Szoboszlai. Cherki. And it's Szoboszlai. Isak. Maciej Cunha. And that's another good win of the ball. Tonali. That's beautifully weighted. Mbappe is on it. And the finish! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And we hit half-time. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And we're off again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Real chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Isak.
Might want to be careful there.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Cherki. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Can he get on the end of this? Now this could be a chance. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Tonali. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Konate. And it's Tonali. And it's Kubo. That's a good ball out wide. Nice control. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Isak is wide and looking to get onto this. He's found a way through. Cross flung in towards the middle. Out towards the flank. In again. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Cherki. Szoboszlai. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And no, that was never going to make it. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking to play him in. Now it's Kubo. Kubo. Very nicely done. Mbappe. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Subimendi. For Rice. Oh, super ball! Haaland! And the ball's come loose here. Out for a throw. Added Subimendi. Threads one in. Wan-Bissaka. This looks promising. Chance! He has done it! Terrible error, duly punished.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Mbappe goes for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught napping! Zubimendi.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It's Lewandowski! It's a goal! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Vietnam go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Rice. And here's Lewandowski. Oh, look at the space here. Lewandowski! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, to be honest, he shouldn't have spilled that in the first place, but he recovered it really quickly, so no harm done.
Rice knocks it out wide. Crosses it in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Courtois punts it upfield. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Lewandowski. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Pass just lacking in accuracy. That's that, the end. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do, looking pretty lethargic, and they were...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Mendes kept his eye on it, and he's there. Can he get on the end of this? Wan-Bissaka. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bruno Fernandes.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Zubimendi. And Cherki. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pressing high and with purpose. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Girassi. Played back in. DiMarco. In by DiMarco. Chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's hoisted clear. Scalvini. DiMarco. DiMarco puts them all in. Distributed tidily. Lovely feet. Lovely ball and a Bruno Fernandes! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Bruno Fernandes promptly onto that, and that is that. DiMarco. So it is still 0-0. Szoboszlai. Mendes kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Vietnam trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Now, can they get him away? Caught offside that time. And it's Bellingham. Nuno Mendes. Lewandowski. Oh, important interception. Bruno Fernandes. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Lewandowski has been caught there. It's a foul. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to.
He's gone for goal! It's a loose ball. Foot in. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Played back into the centre. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that has been knocked clear. He's in a good position here. Real chance! Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Gets a good foot in there. Great run on the overlap here. Not the most accurate pass. That's a sharp pass. Wan-Bissaka. Now it's Lewandowski. Wan-Bissaka. That's a corner kick. And he's there to clear it. Referee's given a throw. Bellingham. And they've switched it over to the other side. Wriggles his way through. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Matheus Cunha. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Guirassy. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now that looks a decent ball. Look at that. And he shoots! There it is! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So the first moment of real significance. Well, and the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he hit that sweetly. Corner number 3 coming up. Goes for a shot! Goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be a...
Can he finish? Oh, horrible miscue.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And it's Mendes. Spread out to the left. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mendes just loves to go forward whenever he can. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
He is through here. Brilliantly cut out. Bruno Fernandes. Guirassy is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. There's...
Chance for a shot! No mistake! And the comeback is complete!
That's just downright fabulous. Both the disguise and the control, and then that gentle scoop.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Vietnam really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
The less said about that pass, the better. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Played in deep. Tries to get it clear. And that's been won straight back. Solot. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That looks a good ball through. And it's made its way to him. That's going to go a long way. But they've got it again. And Kubo. Nuno Mendes. He has a look up. And the finish! Oh, didn't catch it right.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Szoboszlai. Into the last quarter of an hour. And it's Szoboszlai. DiMarco. That'll be a throw-in. Zubimendi. To Havertz. Rice gets a foot in here.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Havertz. Just no time to dwell on the ball there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Out towards the flank. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. He's got away. Now this could be a chance. Can he finish? And again! Off the post. Sticks it away. We thought it was over. It's all square once more. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Chance! That's a little off target. Looking to go deep.
Well played and well cleared. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka. That's it. We're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. So our quest to find the winner continues. Havertz. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rice. That's a good ball out wide. And he's picked it up out wide. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Plays it across. Courtois deals with that nice and simple. And now they can spring out of defence. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. So, another set play. Forward tracking. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Ruben Dias. And it's Kubo. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kubo. Rice. Bruno Fernandes is onto this. Subimendi. Nicely shaped ball. Neatly clipped into space. Haaland receives it in a wide position. Konate, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Half-time, extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? And so the last chance to find a winner. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Now it's Isak. And the flag has stayed down. He's in space and looking for options. Partey. This looks promising.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's Rudiger. Kubo. Now it's Kubo. And that's been drilled in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Rice. Vinicius Junior. Nicely weighted ball. And that interception was... Decent chance! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So that's it. It is all over. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Scalvini. Scalvini is wide and looking to get onto this. Isak is onto it in a flash. And that could set him on his way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Oh, that's a key interception. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Turns back here, probably the best option. First quarter of an hour gone. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Driving forward. Isak. And it's Rice. That's a good ball. He's had a shot! He's missed, but not by that far. Still goalless. Bruno Fernandes. Goes back. That's a little off target. Now it's Isak. Quality ball. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Mbappe. And it's Rice. And he has been fouled there.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Could try cutting inside here. And the shot! It's in! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Gabriel. Nicely weighted ball.
That's positional gold, the utilization of space. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Haaland. Matthews Cunha. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's there to get it away. Subimendi. And it's been shipped out wide. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And that's really well manoeuvred. Lovely, now then. Oh, goes for a shot! They've scored! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips the fence.
He rises! And he gets rid in a hurry. Wan-Bissaka. Bruno Fernandes is the guilty party there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And it's Messi. Cherki. And here's the chance to counter. Bellingham. And the shot's on here. Chance! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And that's the second half started. Mbappe! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Isak. Threads one in. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Cherki. Szoboszlai. To Bruno Fernandes. Gabriel. Looking to play him in. And the finish! And it's in! And they're back in front!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Mbappe! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, shooting chance! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rice stood his ground strongly.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, delightful ball. He's picked his way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Taken back almost at once. Matthews Cunha. He's going for goal. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. DiMarco. Incoming delivery.
That's good defensive concentration.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their...
It's Lewandowski! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Konate, Vietnam, looking to pass their way through. Passing nice and neat. Now, can they get him away?
Vietnam really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
And it's DiMarco. Oh, this looks sharp. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Looks to the other side. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Tries to pass it through. Shoots! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And he's done it again. He's got, and he's had a hit. He should have put that one away.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Wan-Bissaka getting this one clear. Zubimendi knocks it out wide. And that's played in low. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Cherki crossed it again. And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Lewandowski. He's got away. Bruno Fernandes. Not the most convincing of passes. He's found a way. Big chance! Same again, same outcome.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And he's... And the shot! And it's there! And with that, he takes home the match ball. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Clinical. Just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
It's starting to look like a... Matches Cunha! Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And it's made its way to him. That's the end. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Haaland on the score sheet 3 times. Very much the man. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.